English 2575 course at New York City College of Technology. That is Professor Rory Richards. Our presentation is on interceptors and how they can help protect our ecosystem. This is a group collaborative effort between myself, Quentin, Sufian, Mohammed, and Emdad. Now, before we begin, may I ask you a question? Do you like going to the beach? If your answer was yes, I can see why. Beaches account for a source of entertainment for family, friends, loved ones, and couples. Now, while this may be an enjoyable place full of fond memories, the ocean is actually much more than just a source of entertainment. It houses thousands of different species of aquatic life, and right this second, those thousands of species are facing a grave danger. This danger is the breeze and is destroying those aquatic animals' ecosystem. This presentation will explain the severity of this problem and a possible solution to this disaster. Now, for the uninitiated, debris is in a sense garbage or waste. In fact, the Merriam-Webster dictionary defines debris such as things, such as broken pieces and/or old objects that are lying where they fell or that have been left somewhere because they are not wanted. Now, to some people, they may say, "Why should I care? Why does this matter to me?" Or "I don't live near a beach." Well, the reason why this is a grave issue, not just for animals, but also for humans. The reason being is ocean debris can become a real harmful deterrent for humans, given what debris is made of and how it is broken down. Alright, let me just slide. Now, let's discuss a possible solution. Interceptors. Now, you may ask, what are interceptors? Interceptors are a conveyor belt system that extracts plastic or other forms of debris from bodies of water. It acts as a barrier to protect rivers and oceans and the respective wildlife that relies in it. Waste is then transferred into an automated shuttle that separates it into one of 6 different containers, and it is powered by solar panels and not fossil fuels, and is thus eco-friendly. The current problem as to why interceptors are needed is this. There's a large amount of debris and waste in our rivers and oceans. It is reducing the total marine life by rendering their homes uninhabitable, and it's hard and costly to perform standard cleanup services. Plus, current solutions are either inefficient or not eco-friendly. A study that can help this point is titled "Plastics in the Ocean Affecting Human Health" by Gianna Andrews. It's in this case study that one can start to see just how serious this issue is and why it is important to think of more permanent solutions than the tactics we currently have in place. Now, this is in no way, belittling the efforts already put forth by different organizations and humanitarian efforts. The problem goes further than just marine life, however, and this leads to the next part of the problem. The problem lies with humans. Humans are the reason as to why there is so much debris in the ocean. The aforementioned case study states, as far as plastic entering the ocean, about 20% of the trash comes from ships and platforms that are offshore. The rest is sourced from litter being blown into the sea, picked up by tides on a beach, or intentional garbage dumping. The research I just stated shows that humans and their mechanisms have been the strongest pollutant for oceans. These plastics break down and essentially destroy animals from the inside out after being digested. And the effects of pollution on marine life. Increased concentration of chemicals have led to an increase in algal blooms, which are toxic to wildlife. Fish and other sea creatures, are injured by common debris. Smaller creatures mistake microplastics for food and consume them by causing the tissue to absorb toxic chemicals. Toxified creatures are then eaten by larger creatures, transferring the toxic chemicals, and the chain continues until it comes back to humans. The reason why the interceptor is needed is because current solutions, just again as stated before, cannot keep up. There was a model before the interceptor dubbed the 001 system. While the system was effective initially, it wasn't able to keep up with the pace of the immediate necessity, which is a 90% reduction to plastic retention by 2040. It also required hundreds of systems to be deployed, which is not feasible in this landscape. But the good thing about this is all of the mistakes and all of the data that was used for the 001 system is being integrated into the sectors to help them clean faster. This means that all the mistakes the 001 system made, the Interceptor or the 002 model won't make. And unlike the 001 model, interceptors are completely scalable and can work in different areas of different sizes of. Now, what are some benefits of interceptors? Well, the Interceptor allows us to gather large quantities, of waste at a rapid pace. They do not inhibit or disrupt the local lives of marine life. It utilizes solar power, so it won't cause further harm to the environment. It also reduces the costs of manpower and other forms of equipment, and allows us to divert our attention to other environmental issues. Now, for the costs, which I'm sure was a really big point that needs to be brought up. As you can see on this current slide, the total cost for a sector is $788,000. Now, while this may seem like a really large amount to you and me, this is actually a drop in the bucket, considering that current efforts to reduce pollution can cost upwards of $18 billion. This clearly shows how effective it is to use the interceptor as opposed to current humanitarian efforts. The manufacturing cost of Interceptor is $777,000. The deployment cost is $10,000. The exchangement cost is $1,000, and there is a total cost of $780,000. Going forward, the Interceptor, or as I stated, before, the 002 model ended up being a success for the first attempt at a scalable cleanup method. Data from the 002 model is being used to create the Oceans Cleanup System 003 model, which is currently in its validation phase. In the future, once more data is received via widespread use of interceptors, System 003 will be finalized, being even more flexible and scalable cleanup system than 002. These were our sources, and to summarize all that has been said to this point. Ocean pollution is a very serious issue that needs a true solution instead of costly efforts. It's through the use of interceptors that this issue can quickly lessen in severity and possibly be done with overall. Whether this is through the use of interceptors to combat metric tons of waste and debris that's flowing through the rivers and oceans, or to help marine life flourish and not be wiped out due to human error. Thank you for your time, and this has been Group 2's presentation, which is again a joint collaborative effort between myself, Quentin Jackson, Sufian Bati, Mohammed Kaudhari, and Emdad Khan. Thank you for your time.